and welcome to another segment of Motivational Mondays with Donna. I want to start off a little bit different this week. I actually want to be able to give you some quotes and build up to exactly the topic I want to be able to talk about. Now, the first quote is: success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. The next one is: you have enemies? Good. That means you've stood up for something sometime in your life. Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. Think about that one for a little bit. And then finally, if you're going through hell, keep going. Now, all of these quotes came from a very wise man and a very well-known man, Sir Winston Churchill. And he was incredible within his time. If you're going through hell, keep going. God never promised you a bed of roses. It wasn't easy for Jesus when he was here. And he went to the cross for all of us. If he had to go through hell, what makes you any different? He was tempted by Satan when he took him up on top of the mountain. And 3 times Satan tried to be able to get him to do the wrong thing. Jesus was hungry. He hadn't eaten for 40 days. He could have fainted in his faith. He could have wilted with his strength. But he knew he had an assignment to complete that was given to him by his Heavenly Father. And all of us have an assignment that we have to be able to complete. We may not like it, but God is ordering our steps, and he knows the right direction to be able to take us. Now, sometimes it may be more difficult, it may be more challenging, it may be more arduous than we ever thought it could be. But that's when you have to remember Winston Churchill. If you're going through hell, keep going. Anything that's going to be worth it is not going to just come easily. And you can look at that for yourself. I mean, if somebody gives you a gift of some type, it's like, oh, it's great, it's wonderful, I appreciate it, I love it. But as time goes on, you may not care for it the same as if you bought it yourself. I mean, if you had to put your own money invested into it, or you had to take your own time to invest in, let's say, your schooling. Not that that doesn't cost money, because it does, and that's where all the loans come in. But when you do something on your own, it has more value, it has more substance to you. So you care and you take care of it better. And so that's why it's important that even though, it may be hard sometimes, and you may have those very long, arduous winter seasons before you actually get to your harvest season. But remember, summer always comes. Spring always comes, no matter how difficult the winter season is. So you have to remember, just keep going. Never give up. And no matter how hot the flames get, and no matter how many darts Satan is throwing, learn to duck and dive. You know what I'm saying? But remember, If you're going through hell, keep going. Just keep going. Now, we always end our segments on gratitude, and we're just going to let this whole thing fly with Winston Churchill. And he had this to say: we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Beautiful. So remember, if you're going through hell, keep going. And gratitude all the time. It makes the difference. Have a great week, guys. Talk to you next week.